Hey guys, and welcome to this video. Today I'm just going to talk about literally what the title says. I'm going to talk about my experiences and my opinion on World of Warcraft as a, let's say, beginner in a way. I mean, I've played the game before, but not in a way that, the majority of the player base has. I've watched quite a few videos about this topic, and to be honest, I feel like people don't really get what it's like to play the game at the current time. 2024 is I think obviously everyone agrees World of Warcraft has changed a lot. And you know what, for this part I'll just turn on some music, because why not, otherwise it'd be too quiet. I'm just playing some WoW music in the background. And actually for this video I wanted to go out and go to a nice location and record the video, but I realized before I went out that I didn't want to go out because I just got out of work, and to be honest I can't be bothered. So I'm gonna make the video right here in front of my PC. I've just been playing a bit of Guild Wars 2, which is another MMO, and to be honest, Guild Wars 2 is a nice game, but it's just not comparable to Final Fantasy or World of Warcraft. But let's just start from the beginning. What is my connection to the game? How much experience do I actually have with the game World of Warcraft? And it all goes back to the expansion Mists of Pandaria, because that's when I played the game for the first time ever. But I didn't play it that like in the proper way. The way I played it back then was I got into a P server, a player-owned server. It's not the official server, so it's kind of a knockoff. It's a free way to get to play the game, and I played it with a friend. We created a goblin each, and I mean, for the time, like back all the way back then, I enjoyed the game a lot. On the other two MMOs I was playing besides WoW were like DC Universe Online or Metin 2. Do you pronounce it that way? I don't even know. Two dead games which were nice for me back then because I didn't know any better. But once I tried WoW, I like saw what it could have been that I was playing before. But the problem was, whenever I got WoW, the player, like the P server, I somehow managed to get a virus on my PC, and then I pretty much was restricted from downloading shit on our PC. Now, many years later, not that many actually, whenever Legion came out, like by the end of Legion, I started playing the game again. And during that time, I had more knowledge of the game because I was actually paying attention to what was happening around me. Whatever I did in Mists of Pandaria, I only got to level 20, and then it all got fucked, so it doesn't really count. The first proper experience I had was on Legion, like I said, and on Legion it's been a bit different. I enjoyed the game a lot whenever I started to play on Legion. I wanted to play a Demon Hunter, so I started off as a Death Knight to easily get to the level where you can just create a Demon Hunter. And I remember whenever I played Death Knight for the first time on a dungeon with a friend, I got kicked out because I did no damage. And back then I didn't realize what the fuck was going on. I was playing like the Blood spec, the tank one, and to be honest, I was quite bad. I didn't have any add-ons. I didn't know what I was doing. When you start off on a level 50 dungeon or some shit where people just want to finish the dungeon, so I mean I somehow managed to have less damage than the healer, which was also a new player, so that was a bit weird. But I mean, I also didn't read my spells and shit back then. I was like complete scrub, beginner, noob, MMO enjoyer. It didn't stop me. I mean, I still played. I just leveled without doing any dungeons because I was a little pussy, to be honest, and I actually didn't want to do any more dungeons after that incident. So I just continued until I got to my Demon Hunter character. Whenever that happened, I went into the DPS spec and I started doing damage. I was interested in the class. I read all of the abilities. I started to get interested more and more in the game. Back then, like, there was so much shit to explore for me, like the whole world. Like I've created many characters that I played only for a few hours, and then I went back to Demon Hunter. But still, like I collected mounts, traveled around the world. And just I did some old old raids and stuff with a friend where I just, like I said, I was trying to get mounts. He was trying to get transmog. I was trying to get mounts. And that got to the point where at some point, after a few months, like 4 months or some shit like that, I quit. Because when we were trying to do more than that, like PvP or raiding, you just couldn't keep up with the people who knew what they were doing on Legion. Like, we went into PvP, 2v2s, I did 1v1s. I got clapped. I didn't know why. I didn't even know, to that point, like even 4 months after I started playing, I didn't know what an add-on is. I just was playing the game as it is, and whenever we got into raiding, I don't know, I think some guy mentioned add-ons, and then I looked on YouTube, like, what the raid looks like when you play it properly, and I saw so much, like, so many differences to my game. Like, the HP bar was different, there was, like, indicators, there was a DPS meter, like, there was so much random shit. The only thing I got from that was a DPS meter, because I wanted to see, like, how much worse am I actually compared to my party members. And you know, when I realized I was dog shit, I actually lost motivation, because I didn't know, like, do I have to get all of these add-ons? Do you have, like, these people probably are just better because they've been playing for way longer, is the mindset that you get. And at the same time, a friend of mine recommended Final Fantasy XIV to me, and I started playing that game. That was during the beginning, or not the beginning, but the middle of Shadowbringers. Like the the first or second patch that came out after the actual expansion release. And I played that game a lot all the way until Endwalker came out. Actually, I forgot a small part in the whole story. After Legion, I took a break, and then I played BFA, and that's where I stopped playing, because on BFA we did the same thing we did on Legion. It's just that that's when the whole raiding thing happened, where I saw all of the add-ons and whatever. On Legion, we only found mounts, and I guess I didn't give a fuck that much about how bad I was on PvP. But raiding, we didn't. If I'm being honest, we didn't explore raiding that much on Legion. It was on BFA, and on BFA we got fucked. But BFA had a few things that we enjoyed, or I did enjoy, as a complete scrub, as a beginner. The Heart of Azeroth, you get like a weird healing ability that does good damage. As a person who does no damage and who doesn't know how to heal himself with the right talents and shit, because I didn't look that shit up online. I just randomly put points everywhere. It felt quite good. It was a great help to do old content, which I should one-tap anyways, but I didn't know that back then. I was weird, okay? I didn't know what I was doing most of the time. I still, to this day, don't know what I'm doing when I'm playing WoW, to be honest. I don't know if that's my fault, but it is what it is. I think another point that made me, in a way, less interested in WoW while I was playing it, besides the mount farming and the daily shit, the story, I don't know, it's just impossible to get into. If you don't care about it beforehand, I don't think you would ever get into the story. You quest, you skip through all of the quests, you go to max level. I don't think there's a single MMO player who actually does WoW questing and reads every single quest, and they started playing the game Legion onwards, maybe even Mist of Pandaria onwards, because I don't know, you just see all of these people, they run up to the quest giver, they just stand there for 1 second, they run off again, and you're like, okay, well, if everybody does that, everyone collects all of the quests in this one spot to get the XP, goes next, like, everyone is trying to be efficient as fuck, I have to be like them, that's just the way you play the game. So there's no room, at least there was no room for me to read every single quest. There was no interest either, because, I don't know, to get to max level is just, you just do dungeons and random shit in a way. Unless you play Demon Hunter, then you literally skip everything and you in Legion and you don't know what happened before. That's what I did anyways. So yeah, like I said, I played FF 14 afterwards. Until it got bad. I mean, until the release of Endwalker, and let's say Endwalker isn't complete garbage, but I think Shadowbringer is just different, or it's just more fun. It could just be me. I don't know. It's just my experience with the game. So I tried out more MMOs afterwards. Like I tried BDO. I tried old school RuneScape, Guild Wars 2, like I said. It's just all not the same. I kind of still missed WoW in a way. I don't know why. It's just something. It hits different whenever you play it, even though you don't know what the fuck's going on. Doesn't matter. It still hits different in a way. It's just, I don't know. I can't describe it. It's weird in a way. The game is good. It has bad things. It's confusing as fuck, but it still gets you addicted in a way. I can't explain it. Now, right now, we are at Dragonflight. I haven't played the Dragonflight expansion once. I've played a bit of Shadowlands. I didn't enjoy it. I thought it was boring. I think Legion is the most fun I had on the game as a new player. Maybe it's just the setting, the Argus, like all of these Antorus, like all of these places, I might be saying some wrong things. Maybe one of those names is just a raid itself, but walking around that map, getting to play Demon Hunter as the main class of the expansion. I mean, being on that spot mainly is just, I don't know, was way more fun than exploring some place where you meet fat human beings in BFA or obese human beings. I think obese is a better word, to be honest. And looking at Jaina's past, I didn't give a fuck, to be honest. Shadowlands started off interestingly, but I don't know, while playing it, I don't know if it's just me, but I think it's bad that you can see the direction in which the story goes, or like the quest line, because obviously it's like you go to this one spot, you get rid of the problems, you go to the next spot, you get rid of the problems, you go to the next spot, you get rid of the problems, you go to the next spot, you're not even done your max level. Now the rest is optional. Which I think, I mean, it's not bad that you're not forced to do content, but that way, like I said, if you're not interested in the story beforehand, if you're not a long time WoW player, you will never be interested in finishing the whole thing, because you just don't get it and you don't care. I watched the Warcraft movie, it's shit. It's not that bad, it's shit, okay? But yeah, at the end of this, like, to finish this video off on a positive note, like, I actually am looking forward to the new expansion. I've seen a few things of the WoW Within. It's not that special. It's not like a complete breakthrough. It doesn't look like that, but the few things they're adding seems quite interesting. And I also have been looking to playing WoW again for a long time. Again, I haven't played Dragonflight, mostly because I was broke for the time when it got released. I mean, secondly, the expansion, like the cinematic looked boring. Shadowlands cinematic actually looked fun, even as a person who didn't get much. I don't have a bond to the Lich King. I've never played Warcraft 3. I still think the Lich King looks cool. Illidan looks like they look like epic and shit, but there's no deep connection. Like I haven't, played any other Warcraft game before. So actually, to just sum up the video in a few sentences, WoW is just, in a way, an experience where you don't understand why. If someone asks me what are the best positive points about WoW, I could only say the collection system is great. The world looks nice. I mean, most people disagree. If I talk on it on stream, people think I'm crazy when I say WoW looks good. I mean, it's subjective. It's just an art style, but I think Final Fantasy looks trash compared to WoW. Like, it is what it is. But yeah, at some point this video has to end. I could go on like this for I don't know how long. To be honest, I talk to myself when I'm not streaming anyways, while playing the games, so thought why not make a video out of it. I don't know. You get the POV, I guess. One small note before I end this. Maybe I'll make a proper video on this as well. I've tried Classic alone. Nobody else who's in my age. I don't know a single person who's my age who plays these games, so that's it. Now, I'll make a proper video about it, but I'll say one thing. I've created a undead Warlock, I think. I don't remember. It's been a long time. I mean, Classic didn't just get released a few months ago, you know? And I think I haven't leveled much, but the time I spent on the character, it's the most unique experience I've ever had in a beginner questing zone. Well, it was empty. I was the only one leveling when I did that. In the undead area, there was no music. There was only... It was just the howling noise of the wind. Not a single soul that is alive running around. The design on that map, on that starting zone, it's 10 out of 10. It's the best experience I've ever had on any starting zone ever in any game. That's the only and the final thing I wanted to talk about. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's not... I mean, the video is not well, let's say, structured, but I just wanted to speak out my mind. And I'm curious about what you think. Have you had similar experiences? Are you an experienced WoW player? I don't know. You think I'm talking complete garbage? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to read that and see what you think, because there's no one else I can talk about WoW with. It's just me, bro. Like, nobody plays WoW. Nobody I know plays WoW. Whenever I say let's play WoW, the comment I get is nothing, because I get ignored whenever they read WoW. So yeah, I thought I would make a video and then we can discuss that on the comments section. And I mean, I do talk about that on stream as well, but today I'm not streaming, so I thought, why not make a video instead? No, once again, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like, subscribe. If you didn't, dislike and let me know why. What was trash? What was wrong? I know the cam quality is quite bad, but it's... Bro, I'm working on not being broke anymore, okay? I'm literally working on it since I started to work, and it's not the best experience, let's say it that way, but it's necessary. Now, thanks for watching once again. I'll see you in another video, maybe anytime soon, or on stream even. That's it. Bye.